Greetings, everybody. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. This is RoyToyReviews, and I welcome you to my very first video. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the Captain America Brave New World lineup, starting with the main man himself. But before we get to Cap, let's take a look at his packaging. So, my first thoughts on this is I'm very impressed. I really like the design and the look of it. It's pretty cool that we get his logo right there up front for all of us to see. And I'm really liking this artwork, man. Whoever does the artworks for these guys is freaking awesome. Especially in the back right here. I love this pose Cap is doing. And I especially like the new helmet that they brought in with him. It really goes to show that Sam is still human underneath. And that's what makes it work in my book. Here we've also got a bio for him. If you want to read that, I've sent out a screenshot. There's not much here in the back, not much at the bottom or at the top, but there is a pretty nice logo. Now, let's get to good old Cap. And here's Captain America in full view, looking absolutely rad. Let me tell you guys, I've been having so much fun with this figure. The articulation is great. I love the new sculpts, the suit, and the wings. Oh man, the new wings just make it so much better for posability. I found this guy along with Falcon and Red Hulk at Target and was just immediately mine. Right off the bat, there are not that many accessories that come with this figure. There are two wide open hands, a new helmeted head sculpt, a backpack if you don't want him posing around with the wings, a Red Wing drone, which for some reason doesn't have a stand. I would have actually preferred one, and of course the trademark shield. Now, I actually want to get a closer look at this new helmeted head sculpt. There we go. I really like this one. It's very detailed. I like the sculpting that's been put into it. I like how that you can actually see Sam's eyes in there. Reminds me of the Ant-Man figure from Quantumania. Alright, and here we've got the shield. I like this darker red and the vibrant blue. A few paint scratches here and there, as you can see, with that red bit sort of over there. But this shield comes with the clip that you see on most Captain Americas. And I gotta be honest with you, I am not a fan of these. I prefer the ones that actually have the straps where you can just place it on the figure. But it's not that bad. As long as I'm careful with it and I don't stress it out, I guess it should be fine. What's cool though is that with this clip right here, you can just place it on the back of the Captain America backpack. So it makes for some nice posability. And then onto the wings, and holy mother. If you compare these to the previous wing set from like all the way back in 2021, this is a huge upgrade. I mean, look at these. The paint is so much better. The silver they used is 100 times better as well. And it's much bigger too. Oh, and what's also cool is that it has a lot more articulation now. There's still the usual like forward edges movements, but the back, you can actually get them to go all the way to the back, and you can even move them upwards or even downwards. If you have a Captain America and you want to fly him around, then these I would really suggest. Alright, now let's get on to Cap. And here is Captain America in full view once again with his fists out like he's ready to pound on you. Now, when Brave New World was first announced and we got our good look at this suit, I wasn't really vibing with it. I thought it looked because I prefer the white suit from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But in the months since and the more looks we got at it in the trailers for the film, the more I thought, okay, this is beginning to grow on me. And seeing it now in action figure form is definitely a big one for me. I like this darker shade of blue. I love the color of the red surrounding his boots and the stripes. And I like the new Sam Wilson head sculpt. I think I actually prefer it to the first one from way back. And there's also some new sculpting, the arms, the torso area, and the legs. Obviously some reused parts, of course, like the boots and the hands, but not enough to really differentiate it. It's also cool that the suit actually looks a lot bigger and bulkier, if that's the right word, compared to the sleeker design of the first one. So, I like it. It's very cool to me, and I can't wait to have him posed up with all the other MCU figures that I have. Now, despite my positives, I also have my, negatives. So, my critiques on the figure are this. For one, I really wish we had more accessories. I would have actually liked to see more, Red Wing drones. I would have probably liked to see a Black Panther effect for the wings. I thought that would have been a pretty nice detail, but then again, we were showing that a little earlier. But back to the figure itself. This guy can't stand for seriously. I tried so many times to get him to stand, and it's worked in some places, but if I ever tried again, it would just fall over and over and over again, which frustrates the heck out of me. And the reason for it is this foot right here. It's very loose. If I move it so many times, it'll just pop right off. And this one, it's like it's stuck in place. You can't move it at all. And see that difference, right? See the difference right here? This is completely pulled in, and I can't really move it that much except backwards for some flight poses. Now, in terms of articulation, it's decent. He's got a pretty good ab crunch forward and a pretty better crunch backwards. This can be used for when you're flying him around. Arm-wise, he can move pretty good. Nice double jointed elbows. Makes it a lot cooler, I guess. Leg-wise, it moves decently. Moves forward and backwards. If you're ever wanting to do any awesome poses with him, you can do that. The head articulations, it's alright. Upward, up, down. I would have preferred the ones with the ball joints where he can move his head swiveling. But at the end of the day, it's alright. So my final thoughts on this figure are this. I like it. It's a good figure. I've enjoyed having him around. Very glad to have spotted him at Target. Super fun to pose around with. The articulation's decent. The accessories, while limited, are fun for the most part. The wings are absolutely awesome and like I said before, a much needed upgrade. If I had to rate this thing, I'd probably give this maybe a 7.4 out of 10. But I would recommend it for those of you that want to grab it. So, coming soon will be the Falcon and the Red Hulk. And until then, this has been RoyToyReviews. Thank you for watching, and you all have a magnificent day. Cheers!